This question sounds simple, but many people answer it badly. The interviewer asks, "Can you tell me about your work experience?" And many candidates give a very short answer, a very long answer, or an answer with no clear point. In this lesson, you will learn an easy way to answer. You will hear a weak answer first. Then you will hear a better answer. After that, you will learn a simple formula you can use in your next interview.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes, I have some work experience. I worked before and I did many things. I was busy most days and I learned a lot from my job.
This answer is not terrible, but it is weak. It is too general. The candidate says she worked before, but she does not say what job she had. She says she did many things, but she does not explain those things. She says she learned a lot, but she does not say what she learned. In an interview, the interviewer wants clear information. They want to understand your job, your responsibilities, your skills, and how your experience connects to the new position.
What kind of work did you do?
I worked in an office. I helped people. I used a computer. Sometimes I talked to customers. Sometimes I worked with my team. It was a normal job.
This answer is still weak. It gives a little more information, but it is not strong enough. The words are too simple and too empty. The candidate says office, people, computer, customers, and team. But she does not show value. She does not show results. She does not sound prepared. In a job interview, simple English is good. But simple English still needs clear details. Now let us build a better answer. You do not need difficult English. You only need a simple pattern. Use 4 parts: job, responsibilities, skills, result. First, say your job or your role. Second, explain your main responsibilities. Third, name 1 or 2 skills you used or improved. Fourth, connect the experience to the job you want now. This formula is easy to remember. Job, responsibilities, skills, result. Here is the same question again. This time, listen for the 4 parts. The answer is still simple, but it is much stronger.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes, of course. I worked as a customer service assistant for 2 years. My main responsibility was helping customers with order questions and delivery problems. I also updated customer information in our system and worked with the sales team when customers needed extra support. Through this experience, I improved my communication skills, my problem-solving skills, and my ability to stay calm under pressure. I believe this experience prepared me well for this position.
This answer is much better. It starts with the job. I worked as a customer service assistant for 2 years. Then it explains the responsibilities. Helping customers with order questions and delivery problems. Updating customer information. Working with the sales team. Then it gives skills. Communication, problem solving, and staying calm under pressure. Finally, it connects the experience to the new position. I believe this experience prepared me well for this position. The answer is not too long. It is clear, polite, and professional. Let us practice the formula more slowly. Part 1 is the job. You can say, I worked as a customer service assistant. Or, I worked as an office assistant. Or, I worked in sales support. If you are a student or a new worker, you can say, I completed an internship. You can also say, I worked part-time while I was studying. The goal is simple. Tell the interviewer what your role was.
I worked as a customer service assistant for 2 years. I worked as an office assistant in a small company. I completed a 3-month internship in the marketing department.
Part 2 is responsibilities. This means the main tasks you did. Do not list every small task. Choose 2 or 3 important tasks. You can start with, my main responsibility was. You can also say, I was responsible for. These phrases sound natural in interviews.
My main responsibility was helping customers with order questions. I was responsible for preparing reports and organizing office documents. I helped the team schedule meetings and follow up on emails.
Part 3 is skills. Many candidates forget this part. They talk about tasks, but they do not talk about skills. Skills help the interviewer understand your value. You can mention communication, teamwork, organization, time management, problem solving, attention to detail, or working under pressure.
This role helped me improve my communication skills. I learned how to manage my time and organize my tasks. The experience helped me become more confident when speaking with customers.
Part 4 is result. Result does not always mean a big number. It can be a simple positive result. For example, you became more confident. You helped customers faster. You supported your team better. You learned how to work in a professional environment. Then connect that result to the job you want.
This experience prepared me well for this position. I believe these skills will help me succeed in this role. This experience gave me a strong foundation for office work.
Now we will listen to a slow interview dialogue. The interviewer will ask natural follow-up questions. The candidate will answer in simple and clear English. Listen to how she gives details without making the answer too long.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes, of course. I worked as a customer service assistant for 2 years. I helped customers by email, phone, and live chat. Most of my work was about order questions, delivery problems, and product information.
What were your main responsibilities in that role?
My main responsibilities were answering customer questions, updating customer records, and working with the delivery team when there was a problem. I also followed up with customers to make sure their issue was solved.
What skills did you learn from that experience?
I learned how to communicate clearly and listen carefully. I also learned how to stay calm when a customer was upset. This helped me solve problems in a professional way.
How does that experience connect to this position?
This position also requires clear communication and good problem-solving skills. My past experience helped me build both skills. I believe I can use that experience to support your team and help your customers.
Thank you. That was a clear answer.
Thank you. I am happy to share more details if needed.
Good. This dialogue is realistic and easy to understand. The candidate does not memorize a perfect speech. She answers the question, then adds useful details. She uses simple words, but the structure is strong. She explains what she did, what she learned, and why it matters for the new job. Let us look at useful phrases you can use in your own answer. Phrase 1. I worked as. This is a simple way to introduce your role.
I worked as an administrative assistant for 1 year.
Phrase 2. My main responsibility was. Use this when you want to talk about your most important task.
My main responsibility was supporting the sales team with customer information.
Phrase 3. I was responsible for. This phrase sounds professional and natural.
I was responsible for preparing weekly reports and updating the company database.
Phrase 4. I helped. This phrase is useful when your role was support-based.
I helped the team organize meetings and communicate with clients.
Phrase 5. I learned how to. This phrase is great for showing growth.
I learned how to handle customer questions in a calm and polite way.
6. This experience helped me. Use this phrase when you want to explain the benefit of your past work.
This experience helped me become more organized and more confident at work.
Phrase 7. I improved my. This phrase is simple and strong.
I improved my communication skills and my ability to solve problems quickly.
Phrase 8. I believe this prepared me for. Use this at the end of your answer to connect your experience to the job.
I believe this prepared me for a role where I need to support customers and work with a team.
Now let us practice different model answers. These examples are for different types of jobs. You can change the job title and details to match your own experience.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes, of course. I worked as an office assistant for 1 year. My main responsibilities were answering phone calls, organizing documents, and helping the team schedule meetings. I learned how to manage my time, pay attention to details, and communicate clearly with different people. I believe this experience helped me build a strong foundation for office work.
This answer is good for an office assistant, receptionist, or administrative role. It is simple, but it gives useful details. Now listen to an answer for a sales support role.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes. I worked in sales support for a small company. I helped the sales team prepare customer information, update records, and follow up after meetings. I also communicated with customers when they needed basic product details. This experience improved my organization skills and helped me understand how to support a sales process.
This answer is good because it shows teamwork and customer communication. The candidate does not say, "I only helped." She explains how her support helped the sales process. Now listen to an answer for someone with retail experience.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes, of course. I worked as a retail sales assistant for 2 years. I helped customers choose products, answered questions, and handled payments. I also worked with my team to keep the store organized. This job helped me improve my customer service skills, my patience, and my ability to work during busy times.
Retail experience can be very useful. It shows customer service, teamwork, patience, and communication. Do not hide this experience. Explain it in a professional way. Now listen to an answer for a recent graduate or someone with internship experience.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes. I recently completed an internship in the marketing department of a local company. I helped prepare simple reports, checked social media comments, and supported the team with campaign materials. During this internship, I learned how to work with deadlines and communicate with a professional team. I believe this experience gave me a good start in the workplace.
This answer is useful if you do not have many years of experience. You can talk about internships, part-time jobs, volunteer work, school projects, or training. The important thing is to show what you did and what you learned. Some people worry because their past job is not exactly the same as the new job. That is normal. You can still connect your experience by talking about transferable skills. Transferable skills are skills you can use in many jobs. For example, communication, teamwork, time management, customer service, problem solving, and attention to detail. If you worked in a restaurant, you can talk about customer service and working under pressure. If you worked in retail, you can talk about communication and patience. If you worked in an office, you can talk about organization and accuracy.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes. My previous experience was in hospitality. I worked at a hotel front desk for 2 years. I greeted guests, answered questions, handled booking changes, and solved small problems during check-in. This experience helped me develop strong communication skills and the ability to stay calm in busy situations. I believe these skills are useful for this customer service role.
This is a strong answer because it connects a hotel job to a customer service role. The job titles are different, but the skills are connected. You can do the same with your own experience. Now let us fix 3 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Do not say only, "I have experience." That is too short. Add your job, tasks, skills, and result. Mistake 2. Do not give your full life story. You do not need to explain every job you ever had. Choose the most relevant experience. Mistake 3. Do not sound negative about your past job. Even if the job was difficult, focus on what you learned. Here is a weak answer that is too negative.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
I worked in customer service, but it was very stressful. Many customers were difficult, and I did not really enjoy it.
This answer is risky. It may be honest, but it sounds negative. A better answer can mention pressure in a professional way.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
I worked in customer service for 2 years. The role was busy, and I often handled difficult questions. This helped me learn how to stay calm, listen carefully, and solve problems step by step.
That is much better. The candidate does not pretend the job was easy, but she focuses on learning and professional growth. This is an important interview skill. Now let us build your answer step by step. You can use this simple frame. I worked as blank for blank. My main responsibilities were blank and blank. Through this experience, I learned blank. I believe this prepared me for blank. Keep the answer around 30 to 60 seconds. That is usually enough for this question.
I worked as a customer service assistant for 2 years. My main responsibilities were helping customers, updating records, and following up on delivery problems. Through this experience, I learned how to communicate clearly, stay calm, and solve problems. I believe this prepared me for a role where I need to support customers and work well with a team.
Now listen again to the final model answer. Try to hear the 4 parts: job, responsibilities, skills, result.
Can you tell me about your work experience?
Yes, of course. I worked as a customer service assistant for 2 years. My main responsibility was helping customers with order questions and delivery problems. I also updated customer information in our system and worked with the sales team when customers needed extra support. Through this experience, I improved my communication skills, my problem-solving skills, and my ability to stay calm under pressure. I believe this experience prepared me well for this position.
Excellent. Let us review. When the interviewer asks about your work experience, do not give a vague answer. Do not give a very long story. Use the formula. Job, responsibilities, skills, result. First, say your job or role. Second, explain your main tasks. Third, mention the skills you learned or improved. Fourth, connect your experience to the new position. Here are the most useful phrases again. I worked as. My main responsibility was. I was responsible for. I helped. I learned how to. This experience helped me. I improved my. I believe this prepared me for. These phrases are simple, but they are powerful in interviews. Before we finish, remember one important thing. You do not need perfect English to give a good interview answer. You need clear English. You need a simple structure. You need honest details. Practice your answer out loud 2 or 3 times. Change the job title, responsibilities, and skills to match your real experience. Then your answer will sound natural and confident.
Do you have any final questions about the role?
Yes. Could you tell me more about the team I would be working with?
That is a good final question. It sounds interested and professional. In your next interview, use simple English and clear structure. Thank you for listening to Office English Stories. Keep practicing a little every day, and your interview English will become stronger.